Welcome back to FM Story. We're approaching the end of the first season where we're trying to end the dominance of Rangers and Celtic. Not going particularly well at the moment. Rangers are 17 points clear at the top of the table. Celtic are a lot closer to the rest. As far as we're concerned at Motherwell, fairly successful season. There's 3 games left before the league splits into the top half and bottom half. We're guaranteed to be in the top half. We've got a Scottish Cup semi-final coming up against Celtic. Can we make it to the final? Can we even qualify for Europe through the league? Without further ado, let's find out. So we've made it to Scottish Cup semi-final day and the semi-final against Celtic at Hampden. Things have gone okay since the end of the last episode. We started with a 1-0 win against St Mirren. We got an early goal, early header from a corner, and then not much happened from either side in the rest of the game. We were then away at Dundee, and neither team really created anything. We got a goal when Urini pressured the defence, won the ball back on the edge of the area and fired home. And then the most recent game against Hibs, we got off to a great start. They pulled it back and then got a penalty in the second half to go in front. We then started pushing players forward. We got an equaliser. We levelled it up. We went ahead. They levelled it up almost immediately. And then we got undone by a corner to the edge of the box for someone who was unmarked. And they won 4-3, and we couldn't get another one as we were attacking. We're now at the period for the split, so we're currently sat in 4th position on 56 points. We are 5 points clear of Aberdeen, and we're now 5 points with that loss against Hibs. We're now 5 points behind them, who are third. As far as the post-split fixtures are concerned, we've got Rangers up straight away after the semi-final, and then if we're still in with a chance of getting a European finish towards the end of the season, those games, the last 2 games of the season, away at Hibs and at home to Aberdeen, could be crucial in terms of where we actually finish in the table. But first of all, we've got to get ourselves through. We've got a chance to get ourselves through. But first of all, we've got a chance to get ourselves through to the Scottish Cup final. We've suffered a couple of injuries since the end of the last episode. Stephen O'Donnell's out and failed a fitness test, so we've moved Brodie Spencer to the left and brought Luca Ross in to start at right wing back. Then Shola Shortire picked up an injury, missed the last game against Hibs, and is only fit enough to start from the bench, so we've had to go back playing with someone actually through the middle. Ollie Shaw, because he popped goals, is going through the middle, and hopefully we can form like we did in the first 2 games against Celtic and victory here. They're going 4-2-3-1. We're going lots of players at the back and one off the front man. Right, there is very, very little happening early on in this game. We've had the majority of the possession, but they've got to throw inside our half. Abada going down the right hand side, falls down, we've won it back. Casey outright to Ross with space to run into. He loses out to Zerbin, and now they come back at us, and somehow it's come through to Ideguchi, and thankfully he's missed, because somehow that got through to him and he was clean through, and we're back to not an awful lot happening. I mean, we've not had a shot on target yet. They've now had more possession. And overall, can't be too disappointed with that first half. We've not played well. But they've only had one clear chance that we've seen. They've not looked good either. We just need to be a lot better in the second half. Right, we've sent the same team out to start the second half, and we'll see what changes we might make as the game goes on. They have changed the formation. They've changed to a 4-3-3 here. Zerbin back. Ostergaard. Here's a Gucci looking for a border on the right. He cuts inside. And that's just 1-0 down. You've got to see, like, when you look at the match stats, we don't deserve to be in this game. It just made it too easy. There was too much space. Once he cuts inside past Spencer, no one else was anywhere near getting out to him. Right, we're going back to the formation that started to work for us. We brought Shortire on and we're trying to push forward here, see if we can get into getting an equaliser. But they seem to be pulling the game off here. Not an awful lot happening. Just get one chance, but I think the game's just going to peter out. In fact, they've got the ball. Wendell with a throw in for them. And now they're in full time wasting mode. McGregor and Rio Hatate from the edge of the box. And that is pretty much, I think, game over. The three defenders were attracted to the two players on the right hand side of our box there. And we just let the player run through. And there we have it, knocked out at the semi-final stage. Not a particularly good performance at all. Now we just need to rebound so that we can finish the league season as high as possible and hopefully qualify for a European spot. We've made it to the last day of the season in a home game against Aberdeen, and our form has fallen off a cliff basically since before that semi-final against Celtic. Since the semi-final, we went away to Rangers and actually took the lead and then just fell apart in the second half. St Mirren, we were truly atrocious. We were 2-0 down in under 10 minutes and our performance was basically summed up by Slattery missing a penalty in the second half. Celtic in the league, again, we took the lead. We were 1-0 up at half time and then the second half we just disintegrated, and then the game against Hibs we didn't even really start. We ended up losing 5-1, and what that means going into the last day of the season is we are in 6th on 56 points. We're 2 points behind Aberdeen, who we play on the last day of the season. So if we do get a result, then we would leapfrog them and St Mirren, who have already finished the season. St Mirren and Rangers have already finished the season. So if we were to beat Aberdeen, we would actually end up finishing 4th. So it's a big game, and we are not in the best run of form going into it. So we need to do something. But we don't have an awful lot of options. We've had players injured. It wasn't the biggest squad to begin with. So we're just going to have to see what happens, and hopefully we can end this run of form, put in a performance, get the win, finish 4th, qualify for Europe, and end the season on a high. So this is the side we've got going into the final game of the season. We are missing, unfortunately, Callum Slattery, who is our leading scorer this season. He's injured, and I don't know where the goals are going to come from. We might need to somehow nick a 1-0. But it's going to be a tough game. Aberdeen are in a lot better form than we are, and we have capitulated in this season. So we need to just step up and perform. Right, so we've gone back to the formation that I seem to have the most success with. They've got 4-4-2. Hopefully we can throw the ball in the middle of the pitch. Right, they've got throw early. Get into best you can, put it out. Vernon Miller up to Spittle. Shortire. They're getting back to him, and we've lost out there. Shortire has lost out again. Mugabe, and Gazer. Doing well to keep the ball here. Can we find a pass? O'Donnell on the right into the box. That is exactly the start we needed, given the run of form we've been on. We needed to get that early goal. Gazer bringing it forward. It did look once he moved it out that it was short and it looked like the left back was going to cut it out. But it came to O'Donnell. He drives into the box and just fires it into the far corner past Roos. Now straight from the kick-off, they're looking to come back to us. Shinny, Kenzie back to centre half. Raphael into the midfield from right back. And back out wide. Crosses into the box. Come all the way through to the winger. In the box now. And luckily he fires over. Spittle corner. Mugabe's head is turned behind for another one. Again, Spittle corner. This time he went over the top of all of our players there at the near post. Short high loose ball. And then gives it away. Spittle to take a free kick. It's rather straight. Mugabe gets his head to it, but it's easy for Roos to catch. And he goes long. We win the header. They pick the loose ball. Short high now into Spittle. Now they're breaking down the right side. Spittle's got on the loose ball. Driving towards the box. Oh, it's side netting. Right. Unfortunately, with Spittle being injured, it requires a change in formation. So we brought Shaw on up front. And hopefully we don't lose out here. Gay driving forward. Miofsky goes wide. Ball into the box. Pappy Gay's equalised for them. And that is not what we needed. There's no pressure on the cross. And just too easy for the header at the back post. And there we are, half time. Things were looking so much better until they got that late goal. It's a pretty even game though. Besides that, they've got a corner that Gay's taking, got a head to it, Shaw heads it further, but they've got the loose ball and they're going to come back at us here. Jensen, Setic, and luckily that was just over the top. Right, we need to go for this to pick up another goal now. We need to win this game. A draw and a defeat doesn't do anything for us. So McGinn on the right hand side goes looking for them, the front players, and then it's come away from us somewhere. They're attacking. O'Donnell gets back there. Somehow everyone has just stopped. What the hell are they doing? Right, cuts the ball out. One defender could have got it, two defenders could have got it, the goalkeeper could have got it, and every single one of them just stops and stands still. Right, from the kick-off, Shaw, back to McGinn, Glenn Miller, back to Casey, Mugabe, Fiorini looking for Shaw. I mean, he's offside. A cracking finish, but he was about 5 yards offside there. What are we doing? And there we have it. Full time. Season ended. We finished 6th. Got off to a great start. And then once Spittle went off injured, we did nothing and we've let them back in the game. And that second goal, what on earth were we doing defensively? Abysmal. But now to try and see if we can move on some of the squad and strengthen the squad for next season. And there we have it. That's season 1 done and dusted. As far as the goal of ending the dominance of Rangers and Celtic is concerned, given how much Rangers won the league by, that's not even come to fruition. Obviously, as we said, it was at the start going to be a long-term save. It's probably going to take us more than one club. In fact, I would be amazed if it doesn't take more than one club to be able to do that. We were going so well until that last 6 league games. We lost every one of them. Otherwise, we probably would have qualified for Europe. If we'd won one more of those games somewhere, we threw some of them away. We were abysmal in some of them. And it's back to the drawing board for next season. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.